Thank you very much. My Jun Rekimoto from the University of Tokyo and also working for Sony Computer Science Laboratory. And this is actually myself back in sometime when. And my expertise is human computer interaction. So I loved the interacting with the devices and also human augmentation. So I always wear glasses. Okay. The first one is called Navicam, which is the world's first mobile augmented reality system. It's back in 1994. So at that time, you may remember that there is no cell phone with cameras, so no cell phone with internet connection. The cell phone is just cell phone. But I saw that the future mobile device will be aware of the real world, and you look through this device, you can see more information like this one. And also, I invented the world's first visual marker. Now it's very common, so you can use very simple visual marker and combine the computer vision. You can augment information. So just a camera and computer. So at that time, I had to use the Silicon Graphics workstation, but now it's very, very cheap. You can use the smartphone with this. So this is used in the worldwide. And then I also working for Sony, so I tried to make real augmented reality application commercial product. And back in 2007, this is the world's first consumer entertainment augmented reality system used in the PlayStation 3. Okay, so now this is moving on the multitouch. So probably you are so familiar with multitouch, but this is, I think, they are the inventors. It's not Apple actually, and I am not the real inventor. I am also inventing many interaction techniques. So back in 2002, well before smartphone or iPhone, so I created this kind of smart multitouch system. And obviously you can use fingers. Now it's very common, but at that time you use the mouse. So mouse is only control one point at the same time. But if you can use this kind of interface, you can use more your ability to manipulate information. So for instance, that if you want to design curve, so obviously you need the 4 points at the same time. So using multitouch is very easy, but mouse is very not so easy. And also now it's very popular pinching. So the scrolling and rotating or zooming is at the same time. This is my invention, actually invention. This is the world first pinching. Okay. Then actually, so now the smartphone comes and Apple introduced in iPhone and iPad. So everybody saw that this invention of the Apple. But this is look at the this side. This is actually my paper patent. And this is the, sorry, so it's maybe controversial, okay. So this is the, Apple tried to file this multitouch. You see that they're amazingly similar. So that at this moment, currently, the Apple failed to patent this part of the multitouch because of my invention. And also, I filed the rear touch. So this is back panel, so you can also use this side for the multitouch. And this will be realized in PlayStation Vita. So that it's become a real product. So you can use both this side and also backhand side. So you can use multi-touch. So that you can use a more natural interaction for game. Okay. Then moving to the represent system. So that is a kind of the augmentation, but you can also augment yourself by the drone. So this case, you can go into the drone, and your camera, your eye is connected to the drone's camera. And when you turn, drone also turns. So that means you feel that you are drone, and your ability can control the drone. So suppose that this drone is far away from your position, but you still look around the world. So this is very important for the maybe sightseeing, but also inspecting the disaster area, or maybe so this is a lot of opportunities. So this is limitation being here is no longer a problem. So you can go anywhere, or even though you can jump. So it's not possible for normal human, but you can go to the sky. Or similar idea that you can view from yourself from outside. So it's the out-of-body view is possible. So if you normally jogging, it's very hard to know what kind of running style you're taking. But using this technology, you can see, oh, this is my footsteps not so good, or something like that. You can see that. Of course, this kind of outside. So this is very important, very useful for sports training. And if you could, it's in the air. So of course we do underwater person. Okay, so the swimming is even more difficult because you cannot see what kind of swimming style. And even the swimming coach is very difficult to understand what the swimmer are taking. So in this case, this robot can follow the swimmer from under you, and then show this kind of information. So maybe we can combine this idea and telepresence idea, and the coach can virtually enter this robot. So it's a very new way to understanding sports training, sports coaching. Let's see. Okay, so this next is the very different with happiness. The happiness is very important. It's not the computer, not for convenience or efficiency, but I think creating happiness is very important and the goal of technology. And there is a theory that the facial expression hypothesis. That means that if you smile, you feel happiness. Of course, if you feel happiness, you smile, but the reverse direction is also acting. So this is called the facial expression hypothesis. And then we create the smile detecting appliance, something like that. So it's a very simple dressing mirror. And this responds when you smile. So suppose that in the morning, in front of the glass mirror, normally you brushing teeth, but this glass motivates you to smile. So that makes you happy. Okay, so it's a totally simple technology of the smile computer vision, but it's very effective to affect on your happiness. And we are also creating more challenging one. It's a refrigerator, okay, can you guess? So you won't open until you smile. So every day, you need to open a refrigerator. So then you ask this device you smile. Okay. So every time, and then you accustomed to smiling. So gradually you are more happy. So this is, I think, technology can make you happy. And actually we did the evaluation, and you can see the before and after. So I think that after it looks much happier. Okay. Or we can also create this alarm clock. So can you guess how does it work? So it won't stop just pressing button. You have to smile too. So from the beginning of the day, you will be happy. Okay. And this is happiness of the human. So we also think of the happiness of animal. So this is human-pet interaction. So this is a wearable computer with animal or cat. So this is the device, and this is the accelerator and GPS camera. So this recognize this kind of vibration, so napping or scratching, walking. And actually, this cat has Twitter account. Okay, so then they recognize. So yes, and they take the picture, and also this is the lunchtime. So this motion, so she tweet. So yummy yummy, so something like that. Okay. And this is the other one. So this is kind of future architecture world. So what does it mean is so we can control transparency of this wall. So normally wall is opaque, and wall is opaque, and the window is transparent. But it can control in between. So what we can do is maybe there is kind of privacy control. Okay. So if you want in the room, so or in a condominium, you don't want to see outside maybe. So then it can selectively hide the information. So this is the mosaicing in Japanese, mosaicing or pixelization. So we can create this kind of environment. Or if you encounter this kind of situation, the window you need sunlight. But you have to protect this area because there's a rules. So in this case, we can paint shadow. And even the sun moves, this window automatically computes the motion of the sun. And then painting shadow stay in the same place. So you can protect your children, or you can grow the green cultivation, and we can control this kind of sunlight. Okay, so going to the next one. This is the tactile device. So this is small vibration tactile device, and what is important is it can create force, not just vibration. You mean that this, it's very hard to tell, but we have a special pattern that is create virtual force, this traction and pushing. So please believe this video. So I feel that the force, real force. Okay. So even though the special vibration, this is kind of human illusion. So the special illusion, we take this is force. So one of the application is the maybe pedestrian navigation, even though the people with physical visual disabilities, so he can turn because he feels that force is navigating. So this is very intuitive. We don't understand the signal, but we can simply follow the motion. Okay. And 8. Okay. And the next one is again it's a kind of human telepresence, but in this case, human can be connected human. So two persons connected, or two more persons. So that means that if you are in the field, we call body, the body person, and the experience is transmitted to the other person. Wow. So we created this kind of wearable computer. This is the 360-degree cameras. So you can put this on your head, and then your surrounding environment completely captured and transmitted to the other person. So that means that you can jump into the another person, you re-experience this from one person. And this is also important or useful for, maybe we can share the sightseeing, future sightseeing. I'm here, I'm in Singapore, and I can share this experience, and then my friend can jump into my city. Or collaboration. So some expert jump into the one person so they can navigate. So I think the ability of humans can be connected over the internet. And also, the kind of very special sports experience, something like that. This is he's making giant spin, and do you want to re-experience this giant spin? And you can do. Okay, so there's a rotating, and this is wider, or maybe you can put this in complete surrounding. Okay, so this is he is spinning, so it's very spinning. So this is exciting, but at the same time, not so comfortable. Maybe dizziness. So we can create a stabilization algorithm, so we can actually stop this motion. So that means the same experience, and he's making giant spin, but suddenly we can stop it. Do you understand? So even the same situation, but our body is rotating, but now you feel that the body is spinning, but the world is stabilized. So we can re-experience this kind of new types. So I think the future of the Olympic, you are not just watching the outside field. Maybe you can part of the player, part of the gymnast. And again, so this is also the sports. So this is actually swimming water. So swimming is very important for health, but swimming is not so exciting in the swimming pool because you have to look at the bottom of swimming pool. It's not so fancy. So we can create a virtual reality swimming pool. So this is the projection of the. So if you are familiar with cave, it's a virtual reality room. So this is three-dimensional stereographics. And swimmer can wear the goggle with LCD shutter glasses. That means that you can see the three-dimensional immersive image in this water. So you can swim, and at the same time you can enjoy the underwater scene, or maybe you can go to the sky, so you can swim over the sky. Or maybe it's also useful for training. So you can just follow the three-dimensional swimmer model. So this is very important, very useful for swimming sports training. And finally, we create this new ball game called hoverball. So this is the drone inside ball. So we can control the gravity or motion of this ball. So then he is following. So we can no longer limited by the gravity or dynamics. So we can program the ball. So even though if you watch the movie Harry Potter, so there is a game called Quidditch. The ball is moving. So we can invent this kind of new sports game. Thank you very much. I think this is it. Okay. And thank you very much for listening to
Thank you very much for your presentation, Professor Rekimoto.